the stage. You know what's crazy? The guy coming to the stage who was before Quinn Bear Major, I have his autograph. He beat me in a comedy competition. He autographed a beer can for me. And it is in my house. And the next guy has a TV credit. And I do not have a TV credit, but this guy, recent TV too. You need to give me that good cable to get it. You can't just motherfucking YouTube this man. You gotta go through the paywall. Give it up for my man, Evan Wonderland. Yeah.
I go to flea markets a lot too. Actually, I would buy that cabinet if he was like Princess Elizabeth fucking rubbed her pussy on this. I'd be like, really? Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. I'm getting that for sure. Like, hands down, I'd put the money on the table. That also a thing. You think we would pay top dollar? We haggle though. Like we go there to haggle, but no one wants to haggle with Matt because he's black. Moving on. That was an open thought, more like my open source. Okay. I don't know. No, I'm from Oshawa, and so are my parents. And my dad, he's not racist, but he's from Oshawa. You know? And I want to make that very clear, where like anytime I'm watching a movie like Dead Presidents or like Fridays or like, you know, any movie with a prominently black cast, he's always like I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he doesn't say anything, but he makes a face, you know? And it's kind of weird. Like, do you guys know that movie Sinners?
Yep.
Yeah, all black people, only white evil vampires, you know? And so we're about to watch it, and he's all excited. He's like, all right. Like, he does that. That's my dad noise. He just goes, do you have to be black to understand this movie? And I'm like, it's about vampires. And he's like, I understand that. I understand vampires. I'm like, you understand vampires? He's like, yeah. I'm like, but not black people? And he's like, no, I don't. Not one bit. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna like this film, you know? And then we just watched fucking, yeah, it was great. I do want to work on this. This is just a story, but when I was younger, I don't look like a sports guy. You know, you gotta lift every day, yeah. No, I'm a twinky little guy. You know, I'm actually, but like back in the day, I was an umpire. Yeah, I was an umpire. That was fun. Yeah, except back in the day, I also, like, I'm vegan, by the way. Woo, got that off my chest. Yeah, you know, that's also why I look ill all the time. But like, this was before I was vegan, and like my dad, my good old racist dad, he picks me up, and he's like, hey, he picks me up from school, and he's like, you got a game to ump, you know, we gotta go. I'm like, all right. And then, so he gets me McDonald's, because he's like, you gotta eat something. So I eat the McDonald's so fast. You ever eat something so fast, you don't know what it tastes like? You're like, did I eat a cinnamon bun or garbage? What just happened? You know, I shoved, like, have you ever done this with the fries? Like, you drink fries? Like, I did that, and then I ran out onto a field full of equipment and everything. And then, when I'm out there's two of us, there's two umpires. I'm about, like, 13 at the time. And I'm umping these kids. That's a bad sentence, but I'm umping these kids, and and I'm out there by the first base, and my stomach just goes. You know that feeling when your stomach drops and your brain goes, you got 5 seconds, you know? So I just had to shit so bad, and I was just like, oh my god. Oh, and I ran up, I just yelled, time! And it's fucking kids baseball, so all the parents are like, fuck you, ump! And I'm like, I'm sorry! You know, so I had to run over to the other umpire and like, hey man, I really gotta take a shit, goodbye! And he was like, what? I said it just like that. I didn't exaggerate that. He didn't know what the fuck I said, but I had to shit so bad, I was running in this angle. I don't know why when you have to shit, you go in this angle for a second. You're like, the trajectory of my body will help keep it in, you know? And then as I'm running, I'm also holding my own asshole. I'm like, oh god, because why do we do that? We hold our own ass when we all have to shit, right? Or is that just me? You know? No, come on, you've been through like menopause before where you're like, oh no, again? Oh, you know, so then you have to hold it in or hold that in, I don't know. But like, so I'm what happened was like, cause it's Oshawa, I saw there's like it was like near it was that like baseball sports field near Costco, you know, where it's like a baseball diamond, another baseball diamond, and then like 2 or 3 soccer fields, jungle gym, and like way off in the distance there's a clubhouse. So I'm booking to the clubhouse, and I get to the clubhouse, and because it's Oshawa, there's bars on all the windows, and I'm knocking on it, I'm like, god damn it, let me in, And the guy, he peeks his head out, just like this much. I don't know why this bothered me, because he was bald. I don't know why, that always stays in my head. I'm like, you bald motherfucker, let me in! But he said no, like with a weird fucking, I was like, oh, I'm an umpire, you gotta let me in, I'm gonna explode! And he's like, no, and I'm like, fuck you! And I ran. By the way, because it's a clubhouse in the middle of a field, there's no back of the building. There's just sides. There's just only sides to, like, this bar has a back. Like, I could go to the back of the bar building of this, take a shit, no one gives a fuck. This is broad daylight, side of a wall, you know? There's kids playing over here, the soccer kids that I kicked on the way over here, you know? Like, they're all staring at me. Everyone in the game is stopped, by the way. They just saw a child run, holding his own asshole, screaming. And then I just ran around to a side of the wall. I saw a window slightly open, and I just pulled down my pants and just... You ever go to Starbucks and you see them make the coffee? That was my asshole. It was just, you know, it was like explosion, shame, tears, you know, like everything was coming out. McDonald's, Burger King, everything, you know? And like, what happened was, I felt like my dad, my sweet old racist dad, he saw me because he didn't have time to leave. This was like at the beginning of the game, so he saw his son grab his own asshole and run 3 soccer fields and then shit on a wall. And he had to come up to me and be like, hey there, buddy, how's it going? And I'm like, not good, Dad. Why don't you use that hand? Oh! You know, and then he was like, oh, well, I talked to the coaches. Are you going to be able to finish the game? And I'm like, fucking no! You know? And then as I'm screaming fucking no, I feel... Because I as a kid, I didn't know how to shit out in public. I know how to now. I'm an adult now. I shit every day out in the public, you know? But back then, damn right, you know what I'm talking about. And like, you know, and I just felt this weight in the back of my pants. I didn't pull my pants down far enough. To here, basically. And so I filled the back, and he was like, oh, well, I talked to the coaches, and they want their money back. And I was like, oh, because they paid me 2 $20 bills, one from each coach, and I put it in the back pocket of my pants. And I was like, oh, that's not good. So he grabs me the van blanket. We all have a van blanket, right? You probably have a van, and the van blanket, it's always moist. Why is it? Because you brought it to one concert, you brought it to Edge Fest or Somersault, and then you put it on the ground, it fucking got rainy and shit, and then it never dried. It just never dried. So I put it around me, just this wet, moist towel around my shitty asshole, and and then I had to put my hand in my pocket, and I gave the 2 20s to my dad, and I saw him go, whoa, whoa. And then for some reason my dad has rope and gloves in his pocket. In his car. He always has ropes and gloves in his car. I don't know why, but he grabs the gloves and he's like, all right, fucking, this came in handy finally. And he walked over 3 soccer fields like this to the coaches, and I saw 2 grown adult men just go, oh. And just watched the 220, because my dad kind of just tossed it at him. He's like, we're going home. Boo! And then I saw 2 shit-covered 20s just fall in a dusty field. That sounds like a cool lyric for like the hip, right? Like that sounds like a good Tragically Hip song. 2 covered 20s, ow! You know, it's also a metaphor for life, I think. Just 2 shit-covered 20s in the dust. Yeah. I have a TV show, by the way, and I hope one day those kids grow up. I'm sure they've already grown up. I was 14 at the time. But I hope they grow up and see that show, and then they get to be like, was that the umpire that shit himself and then cried profusely? And then, you know, I don't know how to end this story. The beats are there, right? Like, welcome to an open mic. We don't know how to end things. But yeah, my dad's racist, and I shit myself when I was 14. Good night.